When you think about databases that have truly stood the test of time, MySQL has to be right at the top of the list. It's had this incredible journey, right? It started as this lightweight disruptor, kind of the underdog that powered the early web. And now, it's a full-blown cloud-native standard that's the backbone for some of the biggest applications out there. But the story is far from over. Today, we're going to look at what's coming next, because the future for MySQL is already happening. And it all boils down to this one simple, powerful idea. Longevity in databases, it comes from adaptation. It's not about being the strongest or the fastest from day one. It's about being able to change with the times. And honestly, as we're about to see, MySQL's story is a perfect masterclass in exactly that principle.
All right, so to really get a handle on where MySQL is going, we've got to look back at where it's been. I mean, this thing didn't just pop up out of nowhere, right? It's built on a foundation that's been laid down over the last 30 years. So let's kick things off by looking at how it made that jump from being this niche disruptor to an absolute industry standard. Okay, so let's do a quick trip down memory lane. It all starts back in 1995, really humble beginnings. But then, in the 2000s, it just exploded. It became the M in the legendary LAMP stack. You remember that, right? Linux, Apache, MySQL, and PHP. That was the open source toolkit that basically built the early web. Fast forward to the 2010s, and it's evolving again, this time to power the cloud, becoming this huge global standard. And now, as we look to 2025 and beyond, well, its future is all about AI.
So that whole journey brings us right up to today. And it makes you wonder, right? In a world where tech changes in the blink of an eye, how does a database with this much history stay on the cutting edge? The answer, and this is the really cool part, isn't just about bolting on new features. It's about completely rethinking how it innovates.
And this right here, this is their new strategy in a nutshell. It's this dual release model. So on one side, you've got the long-term support, the LTS release. Think of this as your rock-solid foundation, your fortress. It's all about stability, security, predictability. If you're running a major production app, this is what you want. But then on the other side, you have the innovation releases, and these are like a rocket ship. They're all about delivering the newest, coolest features to developers fast, so you can play around with the latest tools. It's actually a super smart way to give everyone what they need.
Okay, so with that new innovation model in place, we can finally start looking forward. What does this whole pipeline of speed and stability actually let them do? Let's dive into some of the most exciting stuff that's coming up for MySQL, because this is where it gets really, really interesting.
So what does this mean for us, right now? Well, that innovation track is just pumping out improvements. We're getting new features way faster. We're seeing expanded analytics for things like spatial data, for mapping apps and stuff like that. And security is getting beefed up with stronger authentication. It's really about solving today's problems today. But honestly, the real game changer that's coming? It's vector search. Now, this is not just some small technical tweak. This fundamentally changes what MySQL is even capable of. Instead of just searching for keywords, imagine searching by meaning. So you could search a database of pictures for, say, a happy dog playing in a park, and it would actually find pictures of that, even if those exact words are nowhere in the description. This is the magic behind modern AI apps, and it's being built right into MySQL.
And the AI stuff goes even deeper. Think about this. What if the database itself became your performance copilot? That's what AI-assisted query planning is. MySQL will actually learn from how it's being used to automatically figure out the absolute fastest way to get your data. What that means for developers is you get faster apps without having to spend all your time manually tweaking and optimizing every little query. The database is literally getting smarter and optimizing itself. How cool is that?
Okay, another massive focus is on what we call hybrid workloads. Now, traditionally, you had to have two different databases, right? One for your day-to-day stuff, like processing an online order, and a completely separate one for analyzing all that data to spot trends. And moving data between them was always a slow, complicated mess. The future is getting rid of that separation, doing it all in one place. Just imagine analyzing your sales trends in real time on your live data with zero delay. That's the power we're talking about here.
So you take all of this stuff, the new release model, the crazy AI features, these hybrid capabilities, and it kind of brings our whole story full circle. We've looked at the past, we've looked at what's happening now, and we've peered down the road ahead. And you know what? It all points right back to that one key idea we started with.
So let's just stop for a second and ask the question straight up. After everything we've just talked about, the rise of the web, the entire cloud revolution, and now the dawn of AI, how on earth does one database technology not just survive for 30 years,
but actually continue to thrive?
Well, the answer is it's all of it. It's not just one thing. It's that really clever balance between speed and stability. It's being brave enough to bring in something totally new like AI to redefine what performance even means. It's having the vision to jump on new frontiers like vector search. And it's never forgetting to be that rock-solid cloud-native foundation that people can depend on. In the end, the story of MySQL teaches us a lesson that's way bigger than just databases. Longevity, it isn't about fighting change, it's about mastering the art of adaptation.